Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Hoops Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Igadero.
And I'm your co-host, Chris Blackwood. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's go.
Listen, make sure all our videos, click, subscribe, follow, share, comment, all that good stuff.
All that, man.
Yes.
Come on now.
Go to the website, check us out. Book us live. You know, we'll turn your stuff
we're
up.
a vibe.
Man. Yes, we are absolutely a vibe. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Continue to keep supporting Hip Hop Hoops. And we're going to keep dropping these gems for the culture.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Sir, free agency is here.
The frenzy.
Still going up.
It's still, man. Every day it's like something new.
Yes.
Some type of drama.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I want to ask you though, what has been the worst contract given out so far?
The worst contract for me, I would say it's Draymond Green, $100 million for 4 years. I think it's more of a thank you for everything you've done for us in regards to you played a pivotal role in our 4 rings and all that good stuff. But if you really look at the play,
he doesn't deserve that.
Come on, man. And
mil.
it just adds to his ego and his disrespect. You know what I mean?
He's pretty disrespectful
of certain players. You know what I mean? Yeah. Canadian players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I heard you on Podcast P's podcast, and Andrew Nicholson didn't need that disrespect.
Definitely didn't deserve that disrespect.
That was very disrespectful. Didn't need that.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that. I understand guys that are drafted before you. You put them on that list to dominate.
Listen,
but
at the end of the day,
that,
you can have, you know, and feel a way. Use it for motivation, but you don't have to do the disrespect.
Yeah, like say the man doesn't even look like a baller.
He doesn't look like a basketball player. Just total disrespect. Obviously, the guy's like 6'10". Like, how does he not look like a basketball player? Like, just he's tall. Automatically, people are gonna think he's a basketball player. And then to say, "Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his school, St. Bonaventure." Like, just stop it, man. I think the disrespect.
That was super.
You know, you can use it as motivation, but let's not do disrespect.
Right.
You know, Andrew Nicholson did re-up. He did get a contract extension.
He did.
He was a first-round pick.
He was.
He was the player of the year in that conference, the Atlantic 10, which is a very good conference.
Talk to him.
So let's stop with the disrespect. He re-upped and had a contract extension, so he's good. Yes, he's been playing the last few years in China, and he's been playing great basketball. Actually, I think he was ahead of his time.
Right.
A stretch 4-5 that can really, really shoot the ball. I think if he was drafted now, he would play 10, 12 years in the NBA.
All I gotta say
is
when Steph was hurt and you guys got demolished by, I think, Memphis in the play-in, Fams, you weren't saying nothing, man. You didn't have your dogs with you, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said before, my distant cousin Fams. Come on, man. Anybody can hand off. Anybody can do dribble handoffs, pass, screen away. You know what I mean? Grab the defensive rebound and lead the break. Anybody can do that, man. You know what I mean?
Not everybody
Pascal
can
do it. You want to talk about small forwards? Because I didn't get a chance to, you know what I mean? Han kind of caught me off guard with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, you got Pascal, B. You got obviously you got LeBron, man. There's so many. Harrison Barnes. Like, I've seen mans grab the defensive rebound and lead the break.
I think he was talking more of a four. Because
so be it. He's a small forward, power forward.
He's more of a power forward because he's not really a great shooter like that.
You know what I mean? And he was saying he lost his confidence at one point. Back in the day, he was a shooter. You know what I mean? And then coming to the NBA, obviously, he dropped some nuggets. I'm not going to front. Right. He dropped some solid nuggets in regards to when you get to the NBA, you're going to have to find a role.
Right.
And star in it. And he's definitely a star in his role. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. I get it. But, man, what happened to the brotherhood? You know what I mean? You guys are all unicorns. I remember Kenny Smith saying, yo, fams, in the 75 years of the NBA, only like 5,100 people make it. You know what I mean? On a 10-day, on a 2-way, regardless. Like 5,100 people have made it in that league. Andrew Nicholson's one of them. Obviously, Draymond Green's one of them. Why disrespect?
It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense to me, man. So that's where I'm coming from. I'm not a hater, but I'm just like, all right, you want to dissect man's games and stuff. Like, maybe back in the day, I seen highlights of back in the day, Draymond saucing guys and hitting them.
You seen that?
I seen it.
I ain't never seen that.
I seen it. The man he was a bucket getter. Came to the league though.
Really?
Yeah, he was getting buckets.
Oh, I didn't
Came
know.
to the league. He had to adjust his game a bit so he could fit in with the dogs that he was with. I get it, but nah, man, I'm not feeling the disrespect. It comes with it. But my thing is like, what about the brotherhood that I hear about? The NBA brotherhood, man.
Maybe he feels because he's not in the NBA anymore. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Anyways, enough about Draymond and his garbage.
But that to me was the worst.
Worst contract?
Worst contract.
I'm going to go with Freddie VanVleet.
The man got the bag,
4 years.
Bet on yourself.
No, is it 3 years?
3 years.
3 years at 130. What is that?
I think it was 128. 128.5.
Okay. All right. So almost 130 for 3 years. Like 40 something mil a year? That has to be the worst contract. Freddie was shooting all-time low numbers, 39% from the field, 29% from three.
Right.
Wasn't great on as a defender, and I'm just a little salty because I felt that he was playing selfish this year, and other players
before the All-Star break. For
other
sure.
players felt it. Scotty Barnes, other guys felt it.
OG definitely felt it.
OG felt it, and you can see it. Scotty unfollowed him right after.
It got real.
Boop, unfollowed him on Instagram. It got real.
I remember
he didn't just do it. Everybody else was just like not to that extreme. So you can see that there's something there.
Right.
He was playing selfish basketball throughout this year. All he cared about was betting on himself, re-up, getting that money. He knew that Toronto wasn't going to give him that money. One thing I didn't like, he couldn't even give us a sign and trade though.
Right.
He just left us like stone cold.
That's the Rich Paul effect right there, man. Shout out Rich Paul though.
Oh, shout out Mike George.
That's what
we're gonna shout out. One legacy Mike George. That's what we're gonna shout out.
You know what I mean? Real talk.
But that's the worst contract for me. I don't know the direction that Houston's going. I can see Dillion, and I'm not mad at that deal or the team. I wish he was able to go to a contender. I would love to see Dillion on Dallas, being that disturber, that pesky defender,
right? Playing
alongside Kyrie and playing alongside Luka.
Yeah.
But I can see maybe why Houston might have been the fit. You know, we all have to realize.
Shout out the coach.
Who, Udoka?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's shout out, of course. You know,
I think he really likes Dillion, man.
But the thing about it is that we have to understand is Dillion is like when Dillion was in college, like this is talking about Pac-12 player of the year,
right?
Averaging 20.
Easy.
Like he can score.
Easy.
So I can see maybe that's the reason why he maybe wanted to go to Houston to have a bigger role. Right. That was something that he wanted. He didn't want to sit in the corner and just shoot threes and wait for the ball to get to him and he can shoot it. He wanted a bigger role on the offensive end. So maybe this is his chance.
It is. Hopefully Freddie finds him.
Well, he better find him shooting 39%. But that is my worst contract.
And and another thing is he's making more than Kyrie,
which is very interesting. They both have 3-year deals.
They both have 3 years.
Both playing in Texas.
Both playing in Texas. Both in the same division.
Right.
Get your popcorn ready. I'm seeing Kyrie's highlights right now.
Yeah.
Shout out the score on IG. I kind of went on your post. You posted Kyrie's scrimmage.
He's looking good.
He was sizing up a man, gave him the jab, and then put the ball through his legs. But he didn't bounce it. He just like put it through his legs.
Wow.
Right? But I thought he bounced it. And I was like, oh, you guys are going to act. I posted like, I commented, oh, you're going to act like he didn't double dribble the ball. And when I mean I've been getting roasted to this day, the comments.
Be careful.
Oh my gosh. People are making fun of me.
Be careful.
Obviously I could take it. I can handle it. Like soft. Play me on the court. You know what I mean? But he's looking mean. I say that to say Kyrie is looking mean. The question is, can him and Luka like figure this out?
Well, this is why I felt like Dillion, they needed a guy that was going to defend. Dillion Brooks would have been perfect for them. Who did they sign? Dallas. They did sign the Curry brother. He's not a defender either. They did draft the young kid out of Duke. I mean, Duke, he's 6'11", 7 foot. Actually 7 foot. He's a rim protector. They signed somebody else. Who else did they sign? They signed only Seth Curry. Sheesh. Yeah. Only Seth Curry, really. that's for real. Only Seth Curry that I could think of. So they still need some defenders. That's gonna help those guys. I'm not mad at it. Kyrie's worth every bit of that 126 3-year deal. He's worth every penny because he's just big time like that. So
what shoe deal is he gonna get, man?
I believe he signed with somebody. Is it? We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
I know who it is, but we'll come back to that. So Denver, they lost some of their guys. They lost Bruce Smith,
Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
They lost. They also lost.
They lost Jeff Green.
Jeff Green.
Yeah.
Jeff Green went to Houston as well.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown signed a 2-year deal
with the Pacers.
over there with the Pacers.
Yeah.
They did sign who they signed. They re-signed Reggie Jackson. They did lose Bryant.
Right. Bryant to Washington, I believe.
Yes. So with those subtractions, how do you feel about Denver?
Like
Are they still
like
can they still contend?
Like I said last year, they're going to be contenders, I think, because Coach Malone was talking all that smack.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to back it up. I think he has a plan to back it up.
Right.
And I think his plan is Michael Porter Jr. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to have a breakout season. He's going to be the guy. I think, who did they just sign with the glasses? Reggie
Jackson?
Reggie Jackson's going to have a bigger role.
I just don't understand why he wasn't playing last year. That was just so weird because he can play.
He can.
He signed a 2-year deal. So I thought after he actually got the championship, he was going to go somewhere else where he's going to start.
He definitely he took minutes from Ish Smith. That's for sure. But
is Smith going to retire? I think it's about time, man.
No, 1 more year.
Give some young boy a chance that can actually play.
Here we go. He could play though. Don't do that, man.
Ish Smith is the guy that did nothing and got an A on the project.
Listen, man.
That's who he is. He got an A.
Got an A+.
Yep, got an A+. Did nothing.
You get me. You know what I mean?
Oh man. So Lakers. We got Lakers in free agency. Yeah. Everybody said that the Lakers dominated free agency. They re-signed Rui.
Of course they'll say that. Of course.
They re-signed Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
They re-signed D'Lo on a 2-year, $37 million. I think Austin Reeves signed a 4-year, $54 million. Rui signed
100 mil.
No, he did
4 year.
No, that's Draymond.
Oh no, that's Draymond. My bad.
Rui signed 3-year, $51 million.
51, yeah.
Deal. So they re-signed their guys. They also add Cam Reddish. They Torian Prince.
That Cam Reddish
Jackson,
one.
The big guy from New Orleans Pelicans. And who else did they get? Who else? They let go, which I thought was very interesting. They signed for $33 million, Gabe Vincent.
Right. That was a good pickup. That was a good pickup. He's streaky. He's a spot up. He can. My thing is, what LeBron James do they want? The Lakers, that is. He's not. I'm not going to say he's not going to do what he usually does.
We don't know.
Right, but he's still hampering that leg of his in regards. I don't know if he had surgery or whatnot, but he's going to be 21 seasons in.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you want from him? And I think Anthony Davis, he really got to embrace that 5 position, man.
Well, that's where he's best at.
Right, but I think he still wants to play the 4, and the Lakers keep bringing in 5s to fill in that spot.
Well, I just think that, you know how I feel about Anthony Davis. I think it's just time for him to go. And I don't know why they keep bringing him back, and they keep saying the same thing over and over again. Like, fool me once.
Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
On me. Shame on you, right?
There you go. So why are we going to keep allowing this guy to keep fooling us? Like, the bubble, Anthony Davis will never come back. Like, that, it was the bubble for a reason. It was Disneyland for a reason. Is Disneyland real? It's not real, guys. We've seen what it happens when you have to actually travel and you have to go to the Mile High and play in that altitude. We've seen guys gasping, bending over, all that stuff.
No, real
We've
talk.
seen it. So this is why when people are like, what's wrong with the bubble? Well, you don't have to travel. That matters. The traveling matters. So let's stop acting like Anthony Davis is going to be this guy that we're going to see come back from the bubble. The bubble wasn't real.
Facts.
So let's stop thinking that he's coming back. That we'll never see the Anthony Davis ever again.
I don't know about ever.
Ever again. He's 30, but he's more like 37, like LeBron. His body is old. So we'll never see it. So everybody keeps saying every year, Anthony Davis, man, when healthy, when you got to keep saying that about a person, Anthony Davis is top 5 when healthy.
That's what a lot of NBA fans do. They do that with Kawhi. They do that with Paul George. They do that with all these guys that get injured. And then they don't pay attention to the ones that are putting in work.
We can't use that. So right? We're gonna put it on. LeBron can no longer take over games. He can't control games and dominate games the way he once was. He can put up numbers, but he cannot control the game how he once was.
Facts.
So Anthony Davis has to be bubble Anthony Davis for them to take it to another level.
Fingers crossed. Emoji fingers crossed.
He cannot do that. So I don't think. Can they contend? Can they be a top 5, top 6 team? Sure.
Right.
But are they the number 1 team or the second best team in the NBA like I've heard? Absolutely not. It's just not. It doesn't make any sense. But
I do love the parity of the West. I love the parity of the NBA in general. You know what I mean? We don't know who's going to win it. We have an idea possibly who will win it next year, but you know. The parity is wonderful to see. I'm very intrigued to see how Sacramento's going to be. I'm very intrigued.
They didn't do much. They just kind of re-signed their guys,
right?
Did a few things, but they
want
didn't
to
really
see how
much.
Houston, they're young. They're going to be very fun to watch. I think.
Yep.
Maybe they can crack a play-in spot.
They got some high flyers over there.
You know what I mean? It's going to be Memphis. They brought Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart.
They traded for Marcus Smart.
What I mean? I think losing the point guard, the backup point guard.
Yes.
That's going to be tough.
I do like him. He's in Washington.
He's in Washington, right?
I think Washington should trade their whole franchise and just send it to somewhere else.
Send it to
relocate.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Go to Seattle.
Come to Vancouver or something. Do something. Get it out of Washington. There's no direction there. I don't know what they're doing in Washington. Like you have Poole. You gave Kuzma $100 million. Like once you trade Beal, why not just reset? Just reset.
Yeah.
I don't want no $100 million contracts on my roster anymore. Why would you get rid of Beal and then give Kuzma $100 million? Doesn't make any sense.
Well deserved.
Is it deserved?
He put in his work. I mean, but now you got Jordan Poole.
I don't know if that's deserved or not.
That's 2 egos, man. Those egos right there are going to be interesting to see.
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean?
Anyways, Phoenix Suns. How do you feel they did in free agency? They got Drew Eubanks. They got Chimizi Mutu.
Yeah.
They got Watanabe.
Yep.
They got Damian Lee. They got Josh Okogie.
And a lot of minimum contract players.
And then they got Eric Gordon for a steal. Everybody wanted Eric Gordon. They got him on a 2-year deal, which is big. What do you feel about that? Did they do? And then they got someone else, Diop. I forget his name. He's another athletic big he played in the San Antonio Spurs system, who can stretch the floor. So it looked like they're going in the direction of they don't want the guys like Jock Landale or what's his name, Bismack Biyombo, who can't really stretch the floor. Because all their bigs now, they're big, but they can stretch the floor. They all can shoot.
Can Ayton really stretch? Well, he can mid-range.
Ayton can shoot from 18, 15 foot. He can do it there. He's there. But other than that, all their big guys are shooting 38, 39% from 3-point range. So,
well, I just hope Frank Vogel does a phenomenal job and don't get fired because of KD. Sorry.
Why would
I just feel
KD?
This is it right now, man. Like KD, another stacked squad with premier wing players, premier talent that you have at your disposal. It's time.
Let me ask you
if you
a
don't want to
question.
chip Fams, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to take him out the discussion, man.
Take him out the discussion of what?
Of one of the greats.
He's not in that discussion.
No, he is in my eyes. He's one of the greats, man.
He's one of the greats, but he's not. Is he a top 10 player in the NBA of all time? Absolutely not. I don't think Curry is. I don't think none of those guys are. So
Curry is.
Curry's not a top 10 player.
He's probably a number 11, if anything.
And KD's right there, cracking the 12, 13. But let me ask you a question. Where's Booker? Is Booker a top 10 player?
Right in the NBA right now?
Yeah.
Yes. He's a top 10.
He's not a top 10
He's
player.
a top 10.
Booker's not a top 10 player.
Yes,
is Bradley
he is.
Beal a top 10 player?
No.
Is Ayton a top 10 player?
No.
Okay. Lakers. Is Anthony Davis would you put Anthony Davis as a top 10 player over Booker?
No.
Come on, man.
No, I wouldn't.
They're
They're both top 10. I'll give you that.
Booker's
higher than AD.
Booker's not a top 10 player.
He is.
He is.
Kawhi wasn't a top 10 player this year. This past season, he wasn't. Right. So who filled in his spot?
If we go LeBron. If we go.
And can we really call LeBron a top 10 player?
LeBron is a top 10 player still, man.
No, I don't know.
He's
man.
more of the lower tier top 10, but he's a top 10 player.
Nah, he ain't. Man. No disrespect.
Because you got Tatum, Luka.
Yeah.
You got Tatum, Luka, Kevin Durant.
Yes.
Who else? You got the kid
Embiid.
You got Embiid. You got
Giannis.
You got
Steph Curry.
You got the kid from Denver, the other kid, Joker.
Yeah.
That's 7.
Right.
You got LeBron.
No.
LeBron's a top 10 player,
you got
man.
Booker over LeBron and AD.
Who?
Booker over LeBron and AD this year.
No.
Yes, it's just.
He's not.
He is.
AD's up. AD and LeBron are cracking.
You're giving participation awards out here.
No,
we don't do that no more in today's society.
Truth.
No, we do actually.
Anthony Davis.
We do in today's society. We do give out participation
just look
awards.
at all the other. If you look at all the top 10 tier teams. So Denver, Laker, Memphis. Anybody from Memphis on the top 10? No. Anybody from
Memphis? I mean, all right.
Milwaukee, Philly. Is Jimmy Butler a top 10 player?
Because he didn't play well in the season, I can't give it to him. But he is a top 10.
If Kawhi plays, he's top 10.
If that's what we're gonna keep doing every time is the if.
So when you look at those guys, then that shows you Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
This year, Jaylen Brown was a top 10 player.
I don't know about.
He was a top 10 this year.
I can't see it without having no left hand. I can't see it.
Now it's without having no left hand.
Yeah,
wow.
He doesn't have a left hand, does he?
But he was dominating during the regular season and a good portion of the playoffs.
Is Kyrie a top 10 player? No. So it just shows you right there. Once it starts getting to that 8, 9, it opens up. LeBron James and AD are in there.
Damian Lillard was a top 10.
Okay, so now you have 8. You have 2 more slots.
If we just look at the if we look at the top 15 players, all NBA guys this year that just passed.
Booker's in the top 15 discussion. I'll say
right?
that. Yes.
But who?
Kevin Durant and Booker.
Who would really be a third team? AD, LeBron. Take those guys out. Put a Booker.
Booker's in there.
I'm talking top 10 though.
Yeah, you put him. Yeah,
you put Booker. You put Damian Lillard
in top 15.
No, top 10.
Yeah,
they would have to be top 10.
Booker is not in the top 10.
Yeah, well, I think he is.
Would you put Jaylen Brown or Booker?
Jaylen, Lillard, Booker, all top 10. Just off of performance alone. Yes, LeBron carried. He did his thing, but he had some horrible games, man. He had some real horrible games.
He did.
You know what I mean? AD, come on, it's AD. You know, I'm just saying, man. Like, we got to stop doing this, man. Like,
what are we doing?
I feel like we're giving participation awards, man.
No,
to the ADs of the world, the KDs of the world, the LeBrons of the world right now, now.
But why don't they deserve to be top 10 players? Like, they average 30 every year. Like, what are they not doing? Only one team could win.
That is true.
Like what?
My thing is like the eye test of watching these games.
An eye test. If we're gonna say
KD. This is the second season that he jumped on another team. No, it's not. I'm just saying though, like always jumping on teams mid-season. Like what he did to Phoenix was.
What should he have done?
What could he have? That's what I'm saying. What could he have done?
I don't like. So
then what could he have done? His game couldn't help them get over that hump.
Yo, out of all teams, they're the only team that got 2 games off Denver.
Like I
they're
said,
the only 2 guys. Like
good point.
He played 8 games with them. Like we never every time we talk, we never want to put context into what we're saying.
11 games in total. That's how many games they played during the second half of the season.
And he came in and he got 2 games off the defending championship. Had them on their heels. So,
but they couldn't stop. Like I said, Phoenix had to play a damn near perfect game offensively between those two studs.
Why were they the only people to be able to do that? Lakers couldn't do that. They have two studs.
Stop it.
They have LeBron and
Stop
AD. Why couldn't they get a 1 game, 2 game? Like, then at least Phoenix got 2 games. They got 2 games out of that.
Right.
No other team.
Mans were shooting damn near 70%.
Hey, and I can put my money and they can do it again.
I don't know about all that.
But
KD, eyes are on you, son. Not son, sorry. My guy. Because you're still my guy. I'm just like, the same way I went at Steph a couple seasons back, I'm feeling it right now for KD. I'm just like, KD, shut me up, please. Please shut me up, because this is not a good look. You got a full training camp with these guys.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Coach Vogel can coach.
We've never seen KD go and something not happen. Either Kyrie's not playing, injury, he's hurt. Right. Have we seen him like a full healthy? We've never seen
Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. Holy crap.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
If he doesn't
that's still not enough.
Win a chip this year.
That's still not enough. Are they better than Dallas? I mean, are they better than Denver with that team? They're still not better than Denver. Like Denver, we don't know. Denver has know the
system.
Team.
We do not know the system, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to say KD got rid of CP and Monty.
You want to say that?
I want to say it, so I'm going to say it still. He did get rid of them.
He didn't.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, you have a new system again. How many systems are you going to want to play in and then not like the system and then get Mans fired?
But why is it always because it's Kevin Durant? Why are we going with that narrative?
We have to.
Why though? That's so lazy.
I don't think it's lazy.
Oh, KD, he's the best player, so it must have been him who got rid of everybody.
Did he not say he didn't like certain things about the Steve Kerr system?
So what?
A system that is a proven championship system?
But how is it a proven championship system?
Did he not win 4 rings?
Who?
5 rings, actually? Sorry.
Who?
No, 4. Golden State. How many rings did Golden State win?
How is that? That's not the same system.
How's it not the same system?
Steve Kerr and Steve Nash?
No, Steve Kerr. I'm just talking about Steve Kerr.
But he didn't get Kerr fired. He left.
He didn't. But
he won 2 championships.
He did throw some shade at that system.
How? What did he say?
I'll bring it up.
Listen, he won 2 championships and would have won a 3rd if he didn't get hurt. What's the problem? He did what he's supposed to do.
I'm just saying he threw shade at the system. Then he goes to Brooklyn, gets Kid Canada fired.
He deserves to get fired. He's not worthy of that job.
Then he goes to Phoenix. Monty just got Coach of the Year with Dale. Gets him fired.
So he got him fired?
Are we not seeing a pattern here, Iggs?
He got him fired?
Yes, he's the common denominator.
Why is he getting him fired? I don't understand.
That's the $1 million question.
Man, you see how this media is crazy, man? Y'all just be making stuff up and throwing it out there, man. And watch, someone's gonna catch a drift of that and start making it into a meme and then let it escalate and go somewhere else. Y'all just
holla at me, Katie. Shut me up if I'm wrong.
Milwaukee, they re-signed their big guys. Middleton.
Yeah.
They signed both brothers this time. Lopez brothers.
Oh, they're both there?
Yeah, they re-signed both of them. You got Brooklyn Nets, they signed Cam Johnson, 4-year, $100 million deal.
Yeah.
Obviously they still got what's the kid's name? The one who they traded for the whole KD trade. Forgot his name.
Oh, Bridges?
Bridges, they still have him.
Yeah.
I think I heard a lot of mumbling about Dame going to Brooklyn, and that could be a dark horse team.
It could be.
Them in Philly. But I also heard that Portland is not going to cooperate and take a bag of peanuts for Dame. So they're not sending him to Miami for a hero sandwich and some potato chips. They're not doing it.
Portland needs to do is watch what the Raptors did and who they got when they got rid of Vince Carter. What they need to do is look at who else? Who did OKC get when they got rid of KD?
KD just left.
Okay.
I think he did a sign and trade.
Right? But more so, I'm going to lean more towards that VC. And when we got...
That's probably one of the worst trades.
Well, I mean, just be ready for it, bro. Like, Damian Lillard is telling you that he wants to go to Miami. Just make it happen.
So so Miami should accept him for a bag of peanuts. That's what you're saying.
Listen, I mean, Portland should accept...
Hero sandwich.
Yeah. You're going to get Hero, Duncan. You're going to get probably a good chunk of second round and first round picks.
That's awful. I ain't taking. You're not going to tell me to take.
Look what you're building already.
You're not going to tell me to take.
Scoot Henderson and Damon, they weren't going to coexist anyway. You got a nice little young core.
I'd rather go take Maxey. I'd rather take Maxey from Philly
over Scoot.
No, I'd rather take Scoot now. But I use him as trade bait, Maxey. Like Tyler Hero don't like basketball for real.
You don't think so?
Nah, he don't like.
What about Duncan?
He could have came. What am I gonna do with Duncan Robinson though? I don't even want that contract. That man has been sitting on the bench for like 4 years with that contract. But he's horrible. I don't want him either.
He got a chance to rest a lot.
Nah, I don't want him, man. I don't. For Dame Lillard? Like, you got to give me something back.
Yo, listen, the man he gave you 11 seasons, listen, you remember, gave you 11 seasons.
You remember what's his name? When he said, I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. Denzel Washington, I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something.
Yo, you're not gonna get.
You're not giving me no hero sandwich, sir. I don't want Tyler Hero.
You're not gonna get what you want because whatever team you trade him to, he's not gonna go.
But he has to go. He's under contract.
Go, but he's not gonna stay.
Listen, he still has like 3 years under his contract. Where's he gonna go? This is not the same situation as the AD where he only had 1 year left, and he's telling teams, so he has to stay and he has to honor that contract. So he can't go nowhere. So they don't have to cooperate with him and just take a bag of chips for the guy. Why would I do that for my franchise? Because you gave me 11 years? I also gave you $500 million, sir.
Why did you?
I gave you $500 million. What are you talking about?
Why did you draft Scoot Henderson then?
It didn't make sense to me, but where are you going to go with the third pick? You have to.
You could have used that as trade bait.
That's what they should have did.
That's what they should have did, but they weren't thinking that way.
My thing was, trade him to the Raptors for OG here. You get a wing defender. We get a starting point guard.
Pascal, though.
And bye Freddie. Nah, we ain't got to sign. Listen, I'm telling you right now, we're going to have problems. If I see Dennis Schroeder come here and he makes a three and he does that ice in the vein, we're going to have a problem.
Why?
Listen, I'm running down on him. Don't come here with that nonsense.
We need him on the show. Dennis, welcome, baby.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the six.
You know who we got to talk to Roy about that.
Yeah.
That's his guy.
Yeah, that's his guy.
We got to talk to him.
Yeah. Shout out Roy Rana. Hey, you're in the city, man. You didn't even holler at me yet, man. What's going on, B?
Okay.
Come on.
So with all that being said, and we got the Pelicans, they signed their guys back. Herbert Jones.
Yeah.
He got a 4-year deal, $38 million. They signed their other wing too as well. Jeremy Grant signed back with Portland. I'm so confused on this. A 5-year, $160 million deal.
Like, Portland knows what he's doing, man. You're just being stubborn right now. Let Dame go, man.
Listen, last year you thought they were going to win the championship, sir.
I did.
You were so wrong.
I believe in Damian Lillard now. And I believe in Chauncey
San Antonio,
Billups.
They signed Trey Jones, Orlando. We're not even going to talk about them. The Cleveland Cavaliers are very interesting.
Niang.
They signed
Remember Niang? Remember how he's like... Man, look like he worked at Foot Locker, B. I used to punk him religiously on Philly.
Yeah, they signed him.
Secured the bag, man.
They signed him at a 3-year, $26 million deal.
Wow.
Karis LeVert signed a 2-year, $20 or $32 million deal, and then they signed Max Strus as well. I believe.
But time out, Miami just got gutted.
Well, they picked up Bryant, and I think they're saying like we're gonna get Dame.
Like, they feel. I know Pat Riley's on some got that mafia look right now, man. Like the Godfather look.
They're gonna toss your boy around. Your boy's getting tossed around.
Who's that?
Kyle Lowry.
Bring him back home.
No, we don't come
Bring him back home, man.
Don't come back here, sir.
Come on, man.
No, you stay in Portland or go to Philly somewhere else. We don't need you over here.
You know what looked odd? I'm watching the summer league and seeing Coach Nurse in a Philly. Oh my! It just looks so weird, fam. It looks so.
He's no longer with Canada basketball either.
Yeah, like Philly said, nah, we don't want you to do it. We don't want you to have no affiliation.
Goodbye.
It's all good.
Good job.
Hey,
guys.
Shout out O'Shea Brissett.
Yes.
Shout out Delano.
We gotta talk about Delano. Man. They both signed with Boston.
Damn, they're in our division, but listen, that hurts, man.
We gotta shout out Mike George, man.
All day.
We gotta shout out Mike George, One Legacy agency. He's one of the top agents, not in Canada, but in the world. Let's give this man his flowers.
Straight up.
We talk about Paul, LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, signing those $1 billion, whatever he signed with. Listen,
slowly but surely.
What about OJ Brissett?
Mike George is just building.
What about Dwight Powell?
Yep.
What about when everybody said that Dillion Brooks would never, he's going to play
said China.
In China.
They were dissing heavy.
These fools said this kid who has so much value to NBA teams would play in China. How stupid. And Mike George laughed and we laughed together and look what happened.
Right.
So, you know, we talking about O'Shea Brissett, sorry. We're talking about Dwight Powell, who re-signed in Dallas. We're talking about Dillion Brooks, you know, obviously Jamal Murray. Let's give Mike George his flowers.
Emoji flowers all day. Hold that.
He's a hell of an agent right there. Not just in Canada, but in the world.
Let's go.
One legacy. So we got to get, and he's a Malton guy, straight out Malton. Morningstar. So
hey, you know he went to school in Finch, though. You don't know York U.
You
don't know. So the affiliations there from time. I used to watch you when you're on Rogers, yo. Rogers, Channel 10.
Channel 10.
You already know what it is, man. Sorry, I had to age myself. And you played with Dean. What's his name? Dean LeBain?
Dean LeBain.
Come on,
he
man.
Was tough.
He was tough. He was tough. Mike George was tougher though. Stop.
He was the Malton guy.
You don't know, but he went to school in Finch, so he got some of that Finch water.
Free agency, I'm cool. I'm cool, you know, with that. So
that's what it is, man.
Anything else?
I can't wait. It's summer league now, man. You know what I mean?
Who are
Pro-Am that's popping off in the city.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to that.
We're looking forward to the Pro-Am. But there's 2 Pro-Ams actually. They got the Nike Pro-Am.
Yeah.
That'll be out in Ryerson. The Nike one. And then, you know, Eckham's coming to town. Hopefully we can be a part of that this year. You know, the Ball Don't Stop Pro-Am League. So are those games. So hopefully we can be a part of those things as well.
Shout out Ball Don't Stop, man. Be dropping gems 24/7.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's it for me, man. Free agency, man. NBA free agency.
It's a frenzy, man. Get your popcorn ready, man. It's
a
still
lot
going.
of overpaid guys, man.
It is, man. Send some of the dollars my way, fam. Please. Please, man. Well, you already know what it is, man. First off, I got to shout out Yace. They got a summer camp coming out, 7 weeks. They're going to dun the place from the academic side to the basketball side. You know how we do it.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Yace. Camp
Yace.
Starts this week. Looking forward to that. I got to shout out my organization, Neighborhoods Without Borders, nwbcare.com, at NWB on Instagram. Check us out. Legacy Basketball, doing a phenomenal basketball camp coming up July 15th and 16th.
Yes, sir.
Check that out at the Scarborough Playground. And yo, once again, check us out at Hip Hop Hoops, man. Check out our website. Book us.
Yes,
let us bring the vibe to you.
It's a vibe.
You know what I mean? It's a vibe, man. I taught my shit. People talk this shit to me. Iggy moderates it a bit. But yo, it's a vibe. You know what I mean? Check us out on IG. Follow us on IG. Check us out on YouTube.
Yes.
Share. Comment.
Like the video.
All that, man. Just like the video, man. Like, you know, we're here, man.
Share it.
You know what I mean? Check us out on all our social media platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, man. Yo, man.
Shout out Title League as well.
Shout out Title League, our distant cousins, man.
Yes,
Hong, man. I'm not a hater. I'm not a Draymond hater, man. But when he gets disrespectful, I gotta call it out.
Yes,
you know what I mean? But 5 years, you know what it is, man. We're still sipping on that champagne. 5 years for Title League, man. Keep going. And yo, we're out.
We're out.
Let's go.
Let's go.